I have returned. I have hiccups and a cough. I'm hiccoughing. I have forgotten. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing next. Hold on, let me just fix various manipulator bugs. I want to figure out why this is not working. Which is in here. Sorry. Somewhere in here. Can't find it. Tree item edited. Where are you? There. Okay. Bang. Add manipulator. Hold on a second. Okay, so it's not actually getting added at all. Create manipulate data. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. That's all fine. So this is not having any effect, it seems. Add manip. Oh. Oh, I see that. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Good. Yeah. And chord scale. Maybe I should make these words envelope, chord, and option actually filter as well. Is this all working still? Yeah, seems like it's. Alright, let's check. Is this going to crash? Let's see. Nope, it's fine. Is the chord editor working? I haven't tested it at all. So, bang. Oh. This much is working. Oh, again, enable checkbox is not working. And switching to, okay, so exactly the same issue as the step painter had. So let's close all of this shit. All right. Set mode. Chord. So multi-chord mode. I'm gonna need this. So let's just do exactly what I did for the other control, which is to move this into here. And so set mode, get mode chord. Mode. With ID. What's the problem? Are you sure? Oh yeah, it's a POID. Mm-hmm. This. And this should be disable instead. Fantastic. Let's do this. Okay, and now we go here. Chord mode changed. Set. Oops. Tree. Set mode. Mode. And the same thing here. Oh, I haven't tested the... I guess the envelope edge is going to have the same problem then. Let's have a look when the env mode changes. Exactly. Okay, let's just sort out the... This thing is not supposed to happen. Enable... Enabled. Don't need that. Don't need that. Is enabled. Oh yeah, that's the, okay. Set enabled, checked. Like that. That doesn't exist, but it should do. and it should look like this. No, it should look like this. Mm-hmm. Is enabled. What is the point of this function? I cannot imagine why I would ever need this. What is the point of this? Let's just delete it. I must have needed it many moons ago. So yeah, the envelope editor. This is going to work differently. So when the envelope mode changes, possibly it's already been dealt with. What's happening? The fuck is that? What? Hold on, what did I change? So the clear button, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh wait. Let's put that back. What was I testing? The chord editor. Okay, this is enabled by default now, which is good. This clear button works. Switching to static mode also works. Okay. I guess we'll just give it a quick test. By doing some kind of nonsense here. Whoa. In debug mode, this is like really heavy, so it could get a bit crunchy unless I wait for it to bake. But I don't have baking on. Let's turn on baking. It'd be really slow in debug mode, but... So is that working? Doesn't seem like it. Wait for it to bake. Sometimes it's difficult to tell if it's doing the right thing. Okay, it is working. Does it sound right? That sounds suitably horrible. Okay. Let me just do a bit more testing. All right, that all seems to be working. And clear works, yeah. Okay. So add manipulator, here we go. This is what we need to test. Let's do this. Possibly happen too fast to perceive. Let's also change this back to this. It did work, I think. Seems to be working. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's try turning off the manipulator. And turn it back on. All right, it's not a very good test for testing harmonics because of the sound of that sample, but I can just about perceive what's happening. Right, fix. What did I fix? Various manipulator bugs. I think that's what I said before. What was the other thing I noticed? Didn't I see some other bug? What was it? Forgotten now. I should have been making notes. So this is working now. I can create manipulators like this. Oh yeah. What didn't I want to? Oh yeah, get rid of this clear button when static is enabled. In chords it's fine because it's actually useful. But with this one, not only is it kind of stupid, it's kind of useless, but also it doesn't even do the right thing. It just sets it to 0, which is wrong. Okay. Or I could keep it and make it and set it to the correct thing. Yeah, let's do that actually. Let's set it to, instead of setting it to 0, which is it's definitely wrong. I either want to set it to the sentinel value or to the default value. Well, I should set it to the sentinel, yeah. Because the plugin could actually set a default, like an actual default rather than like a null default. Okay, let's say the following. PO this thing. That might not be correct in the future actually, because what if maybe in the future we have, like in the case of reverse, you can have 0 or 1 of these options selected. We might have an option in the future where you always have to have at least one option selected. You can't have none selected, like that. But that's not a thing at the moment. But anyway, at the moment this clear button just does that. So it's more of a reset button actually. Yeah, I could future-proof it by setting it to the default, which in this case would do exactly the same thing. Let's see. So it would be spec, get spec, value equals get default, get default value of this. Value. So in the case of this reverse option, it will set it to -1, and then we've seen that the end effect after the manipulator is applied is exactly the same as if we would set it to a sentinel. So it's all cool. And also this would work in the future if we have... I got bored of that sentence halfway through. But anyway, there we go, it works. Okay. Right. What to test now? Loop works. Also, if blocks are not expanded now, and you change one of these toggles, then it will actually show a little notification. I realised that was really trivial to set up now. R to reverse also works. So meta block, also you can, okay, loop does something different, which is good. What else? Solo, does solo crash? I need to look back and look. So someone reported that soloing a track could crash in some situations. And then I tested it myself and immediately saw the crash. I remember seeing it myself. But then I can't remember whether I then fixed the bug or not. But what I can see that now I cannot reproduce the crash at all. So either I fixed it or I just can't reproduce the crash because of random reasons. But this is the release. So it would have been after, if I fixed it, it would have been after here. This is this crash, which was something different. Then this. So then I embarked on this massive parameter refactor. But I have a horrible feeling that if I fixed it, it got like mixed in with the beginning of these refactor. I wonder. But I also have a crash dump that the guy sent me, which I think I have open here. Yeah, here we go. And it was to do with the block instance just not existing. Key not found. But I just can't reproduce it anymore. Maybe I just imagined reproducing it. It's also a possibility because my brain doesn't work right. Breath ID. Breath ID. Refs, get block refs from the track. I just don't know. I don't know how it could have happened. So it could be that I just accidentally fixed it during the refactor. But let's try and reproduce it again in the... This is the bug definitely exists in this build. But I don't know how to reproduce it. Try deleting a track. Redo. Undo. I don't know. I don't know how it could have happened. The only way it could have happened is if we got to this point and this ID is invalid somehow. That seems impossible. How does that work? Doesn't do anything interesting. I don't know. I need to reproduce it locally to figure out what's going on. I need an actual reproduction case rather than just a crash dump, I think. I need to know what sequence of events leads to this crash. Just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Strange, strange, strange. I guess I just... I put it in list because I can't actually reproduce it anymore. I'm not confident that I actually did reproduce it now. I might have just imagined that. Possible crash when truck is soloed. And let's make a note of the crash dump. This one. It's this one. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a bug, but I don't know how to reproduce it consistently or at all. What notes do I have here? Plugin version numbers. Okay, all of the plugins have technically changed. So yeah, let's update all the version numbers. Which is going to be a bit tedious. So I had to make changes to the plugin API. I wonder how I could automate this. Well, obviously it would be write some kind of hacky Python script, and then a few months down the line it just breaks. Yeah, I try to avoid like writing scripts like that because it just adds more headaches. More things to break. Okay. That wasn't too bad. So I update the version numbers for all of these. Okay, let's keep trying to find problems. Now CMake has to rerun because I changed those version numbers. I'm trying to think what else to test because I've basically tested everything now. What else could have broken? Let me think. Like most of it I already tested offline, like this stuff still works, this stuff works. This works. Oh, slicing is something that always breaks. I haven't tested that yet. So let's see. Boom. That is broken. That is very broken. Aha! Yes. That is completely broken. Look at that. It just loses all of the automation data, it looks like. Okay. Let's have a look at slicing then. Yes, I would like to reload all, thank you. Alright, my debit card has still not arrived. Slicing. Slicing, slicing, slicing. Slice. Slice. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the entire, yeah, all of the parameter data has just gone missing entirely. Hold on, that makes me think deleting and undoing. Okay. Deleting and undoing has exactly the same problem. What about with manipulators? Is this one fine? Delete, undo. Ah, that's a problem as well, look at that. Okay, not sure what's going on there. Okay, there's two problems, so let's make a note. Delete manipulator, undo. Extra mod button added. And okay. So just to be clear, delete, undo, and the parameter data is not there anymore. So let's see where. Let's see. It's gonna be in here, I guess. Somewhere in here. Link. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm just not saving the parameter data. Oh, this is the load. What I want is the save. Save, here we go. Save params. Save, so this should happen. Save params. When I go like this, bang, we should save params. We have At some point we should get to here. One of these. 2 points. So this must be the pitch envelope. Alright, so it's all being saved to this data structure, but then what happens to the data structure? I don't know. This all looks fine. It all seems fine to me. I'm not going to be able to look at that. Okay. So, but we're not loading it. That's what the problem is. So if I go to here, link, nope. Link block. Here. We're not actually loading the parameter data. I didn't write the code to do it. So that's a big problem. A massive thing that I missed here is loading the parameter data. I have the parameter data here. And I'm sorry. I'm simply not loading it. Okay. And yeah. Do I not have the same problem with manipulators? I don't understand why I don't have the same problem with manipulators. Ah, because I am actually loading. Okay. Okay. So I wrote the code for the manipulator blocks. That's why it works. And I just didn't write the code. So it happens after the plugin has been set, surely. So I do it here. So load. What did I call the other one? So params. Load params. Block. Data. That's my phone. I need to turn off those dings because it's very distracting. How do I do that? I think it's like that. What is this? Okay. Load params. Blink block. Params. I'm just going to follow my nose here. Param in params. What is this? UUID and then a vector rights. So we do that. What is this? A slim param. Whatever that is. I assume it's a variant type. Oh, it's this thing. And then the data is a variant type. Right. I got you. Load param. Block param. Oopsie. Surely I need the... I'm getting a bit lost. How does this work? Params. Param. So by the time the plugin is loaded, all of the parameters should exist. So I just need to fill in the data. That's all that's happening here. I'm just filling in the data. Yes. But I can't do that. I have to do something a little bit weird here then. I have to do a world update here. So that the plugin is actually loaded by this point. Set param active. No, I don't have the ID. So I have to, yeah, that's why I did a world update. So I need to get the actual parameter ID. Oh my lord. Okay, but for that I need the UUID and I need the type of the parameter. Shit, hold on. This is... So I need this. And then I'm just going to dispatch on the type and do the... block. No, data, param. Ah, fuck. This is actually... a nightmare, I guess? I don't know if this is right yet. I have a feeling it's not. This doesn't feel right. I'm going to continue. Yeah. So I should have a find chord. Yeah, so this should always be find chord block UUID. Set param active. Hold on, this takes a no, param ID. Okay, that's what I thought. Set param active. Okay, it's simple. So chord ID data. Oh no, param. So it is flag set param flags active. Set param enabled. Set chord mode. Chord ID mode. What else do I even have? Set chord, dynamic data and static value. Yep. Set chord dynamic data would be get chord dynamic chord ID data dynamic data. Like that. Data get. No, you're not happy? Chord ID data. This is returning what? Edit chord. Oh, edit data. Ah. What is this returning? Yeah, edit data. Sorry, what am I doing wrong? Data. This is a box, right? I don't know why get is not correct. What am I doing wrong? Oh, whoopsie. There we go. You happy? Yes. And then push set chord static value. Like that. That is it, I think. Okay, so I do the same thing for all the parameters and then it should be fine. It's not the cleanest implementation. Find envelope. Find env. I guess I should handle errors. So I'm using exception handling in this part of the code, so it all gets caught if I want to throw an exception to handle the errors, then it's safe to do so. Or I could just assume that these are going to always succeed. All right. I think that's fine. I don't need any like any comprehensive reporting, I should say. So inf set inf. We have a lot of data here. Inf max inf id data max. That's my stomach rumbling. I haven't eaten. Push set inf mode is not relevant here. Set inf points inf id data points. Okay. That's all the data we have. Okay. This is not necessary for... So in the case of option and slider parameters, they're always active and enabled, and that can't be changed. So I just do that. Set int slider value, slider ID, data value. That one's easy. Option, find option static. Data value. Okay. Let's see what I've done wrong. Yes, thank you. Oh. No, I don't agree with this. I'm pretty sure this is a build issue, so I need to do a rebuild here. Sadly, MSVC has got confused again. That's what I'm assuming, just because it crashed in a place where it just has nothing to do with anything. Which is usually an indication that I changed the header file and MSVC got confused about what objects need to be updated. A very long-running Microsoft bug, which they will never fix. me just have another look at this code that I wrote to see if it makes sense. So each time I do a push here, I'm pushing an action onto a queue to be processed later. So I batch all of the UI operations together. Then I did this explicit world update, which forces that queue to be fully processed before continuing, which I don't do very often, but I have to do it here because what I'm about to do when I load the parameter data, which is going to generate more of these actions to push, I need the actual parameter IDs to pass to these actions, these IDs, but these IDs won't exist yet until this action has finished processing. So that's why I'm doing this explicit world update here. So it's a little bit messy. I'm not happy with it, but should be correct, I think. So when I do these find operations, I'm searching the block database for the parameter with this UUID and this type. Because different parameters with different types can actually share the same UUID for esoteric blockhead reasons. So yeah, the plugin needs to be set and all of the parameters need to be loaded before I can call these functions. Okay, so now let's see what happens. It still crashes. Okay, it wasn't a build. It wasn't a build error actually. It was a me error. So I take back the harsh words I said about Microsoft. So what's happening? What is happening? Get text. Is this -1? Oh. Ah! Right. I'm just trying to understand why this is happening now and wasn't happening earlier. Why wasn't this happening earlier? So this option, whatever it is, has a default value of -1, which is obvious is not a valid array index. So I know this function is wrong, but I'm just trying to understand, because it feels important to understand why this is suddenly happening now as a result of the changes that I made. Before I continue on with fixing it. Let me just at least try to understand what option this is. So print get name of this. No. Spec option. Param equals. No. Oh yeah. PO spec param Q ID. Let's have a look. just print out the name. It must be the reverse option. I think. Oh, now it doesn't crash. That's really cool. No. So maybe the bug always existed, but it was out of sheer chance. It was fine. So let's have a look. Okay. So it printed out reverse, which is what I thought. Spec option. Hold on. Spec option. Why is it notifying it? I mean, that shouldn't be happening, surely. Has a visible front plate. Yeah. Option static value changed. Did it change? It changed just because it was loaded. It shouldn't be getting to this point. Ooh. That's what's happening. Is this is happening now? I think is the issue. When I do that, it's setting this to 0. Yeah, that's what I thought. Where's the -1 coming from then? Let me. Oh, there's the -1. This is a toggle. Here's the reverse parameter. I have a reverse option and a reverse toggle. Toggle default is 0, whereas the option default is -1 because this is like a hidden parameter that's used for manipulation only. So I'm a bit confused. About what's going on here. I'm a bit confused. I think I've missed something in the refactor where I have these special parameters which are like not real parameters but they're used for just for implementation purposes. So this parameter is marked as hidden, which means it's not a real parameter. Okay, I can't remember how this is supposed to work. Again, let's print out the name of the parameter at least. Why do you do that, Visual Studio? It's so stupid. And the first one is called reverse. The second one is also called reverse. So that doesn't actually help me. The next one is called noise mode, which is default 0. Right, so this hidden option is being loaded, which does make sense. No. 1 second. Let me just think about this. Where's my on-off thing? Didn't I have... Oh, right. Okay. This is hacky. That's a hack. That's a hack. Look at that. Hack. That fixes all of the issues here. This one line. But it's not good. It's not correct because there's a lot of stuff happening up to this point which is not really right. But that should solve the problem. So let's remove that print. Right, and then it shows a stupid notification when you place it because it's... Right. So that's not good. I need to solve that. But anyway, let's see if this is working now. Delete, undo. Okay, the parameter data remains. What about slicing? Fine, but then there's a visual artifact. Whoa, look at that. Okay. Alright, so lots of bugs, lots more bugs. I need to phone the bank because let me just check the doormat again. I mean, they said to wait 4 working days for them to send me my new debit card. And it hasn't. It's been 5 and it hasn't arrived. And they said in the email that you're supposed to phone them if it doesn't arrive. So now I've got to spend a boring hour of my life probably on a just waiting for my call to go through. Okay, hold on, let me commit what I did. Yeah, I need to deal with that because I literally have no money to buy food. I've run out of emergency cash. So if I don't have a debit card, I'm just gonna starve to death. Parameter loading. Don't want to put the word fixed because it's not fixed.